Alright, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello everyone, my name is Blueraven666. I know, I'm not the usual host of this place, but today we have a special video for you. Today we are doing an interview with none other than Hell's very own television demon, VOX.
Hello! Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the TV host, VOX. Oh, blimey, I didn't change screens. No, there we are. Oh. Okay,
right.
So lovely weather we're having right now. But actually, it's always hot.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, so shall we begin?
Yeah, so I have been like all over hell collecting these questions and sorting through them. Managed to like break through the metaphorical firewall, get some from the mortal realm, so I sorted out the relatively relevant ones from just like redundant ones, and for some reason they wanted to ask me questions, and I was just like, no, this isn't about me. This is about VOX. I don't want to die today.
Yes, it's all about me.
Yep. So, I've got 20 questions for you, VOX. You think you can handle that?
20 questions? Oh, this reminds me of a game show I used to host when I was alive. It was called 20 Questions.
I should have known that. Okay. So, first question is, and this was like the most frequently asked question is, what is it like being an Overlord?
Well, I have to admit, it is fabulous in every way. The only thing is, I have to deal with all those lowly demon imps, and everyone that works under me that always give me all that disappointment. Other than that, it's peachy.
You're not talking about me, right?
Oh, no, you're fine.
I was gonna be like, if I have to schedule in time to dig my grave, then
Oh, don't worry, I've already picked your plot. Ha ha ha. Oh no, sorry, spoilers. Ah.
Oh, good grief. Alright. Second question. What did you do to wind up in hell?
Well, it's a funny story. When I was alive, I had several jobs. One of them was one of those kind of agony unks or uncles on a TV show where people would come with their broken lives and I would listen to their boring stories. It was so depressing that I pushed myself to going out drinking every night, gambling, cheating, doing lots of and all sort of manner of stuff. I used to drive my car really fast, and I think I hit a couple of people, but I can't remember because I was wasted.
I don't blame you there. I probably would do the same fucking thing.
Exactly.
Alright, so 3, this was another frequently asked one. How do you eat, drink, breathe, etc.?
Well, I have to admit, it is hard sometimes when I'm wearing my face protector. I have to pull that thing off. But if you... well, this is kind of a strange thing. I can manifest a tongue, and my screen on my face isn't just to make me look pretty.
Oh my god, I'm having Ring flashbacks.
I can swallow a demon whole.
Oh!
And I can also teleport people to a particular type of realm that I have kind of crafted myself, mainly made up of electrons and neutrons.
Oh my god. Is it bad that I would pay money to see that?
I would pay money to see that. I don't even know what it looks like. Ha!
Alright, question 4. What do you think of the other overlords?
Well, there are particular overlords that I don't really get involved with. There are some that really rub me up the wrong way, and there are a couple that I actually find, a little adorning. For example, Velvet, although she is very annoying with her social media and her gossip, she can be quite sweet sometimes, believe it or not, when she's not pulling the bones out of an imp. And Valentino, well, I shouldn't really reveal that here, but there is one overlord in particular that I do find to rub me up the wrong way. Allister.
And transitioning right on to question 5.
Oh yes,
why do you dislike Allister?
Well, he's so out of date. I mean, why don't you go with the times? Radio is yesteryear. It's all digital now, baby. I know I'm from the 1950s, but I've moved along with the times. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, fiber optics, everything.
Oh yeah, I know. You've got something new going on each month. It's very interesting keeping up with you because you never know what's new. Allister, he just stays the same. I tried explaining a microwave to him one time, and he lost his shit, but okay.
Oh my, microwave, you should have told him that's how he could get a cheap tan.
I don't think he has that big of an interest in getting a tan, really.
Yes,
what he needs is some
bath.
What he needs is some freaking tooth whitener, that's what he needs.
Yes, and a good shower.
Agreed. Alright. Question 6. How much territory do you own?
Well, actually, I own all of the 5th sector, which is the bottom left of the pentagram of Pentagram City. It is mostly technology and broadcasting.
Yeah, I live like right just at almost at the border where the sticks are, and freaking you had to come out and build a Wi-Fi tower because I was like, dude, I like it out here, but we need some freaking Wi-Fi.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, everyone needs to be connected.
Right?
And plus, for my hidden plan when I take over hell, I will be able to take over everyone's brains. Oh, sorry, spoilers.
Oh goodness! I'm not surprised. So, and someone asked me. This one's a very interesting question. Are you the richest overlord?
I'm not the richest overlord, but I am well up there. But actually, it depends, because Lucifer is an overlord as well. So, but I suppose if you don't count him, technically I am the richest.
Ah, okay. Oh, excuse me, that was my lunch.
Oh, wow. Electric.
Alright.
Was that a Big Mac? I'm really into fast food.
Oh, I don't think it wasn't a Big Mac, it was nuggets.
Well, that's just as good, to be honest. Allister doesn't even know what a Big Mac is. He thinks it's a big jacket.
What?
Yes, fast food had already, he died before fast food was a thing.
But the fast food's like everywhere. He should at least know what it is. He doesn't have to like it. He just has to know what it is.
Too much stuck in the past.
We gotta give this guy, like, at least one slightly modern update. Like, we gotta bring him to the present.
At least give him a DAB, a digital audio radio broadcast. I don't know what it stands for. I've forgotten. Ha.
At least teach him what a podcast is. I think he would at least appreciate what a podcast is.
Exactly.
So,
I don't only hate him a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Question 8. How many demons have tried to defeat you?
Oh, countless, and all have failed.
Yeah, I think the key word here is tried.
Yes, exactly. Tried and failed. Even when I first came down here, I was pretty adept.
Okay, we got like the most generic of generic questions coming at you, Vox. What is your favorite color and what is your favorite animal?
Well, my favorite color is blue. Funnily enough, it's kind of how I imagine what electricity looks like. And my favorite animal is a robo-dog. You know, those things that you have in Japan.
Oh, yeah, I remember those things. Did you ever have a Tamagotchi?
I did, but I killed it.
I think we can all relate to that, to some extent.
Yes, I kind of did it on purpose, though.
Aww. Well,
it's fine, I rebirthed him and killed him again. Ha ha ha! The power!
That totally beats my story of just, like, forgetting to feed it and for, like, 3 or 4 months and then just being like, oh yeah, I have this thing. Oh yeah, it's fucking dead.
Yes, those things were a pain, especially when they used to beep and be like, feed me, and then I'd just be like, no.
Oh my god. This next question actually came from Angel Dust. Do you do drugs? If so, what kind?
Well, to be honest, I'm not one for the drugs. I used to when I was alive, but I found other ways of stimulating my senses. Now I use electronic stimulant.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Yes, it's kind of, a personal, arrangement, really. I'll have to teach you sometime.
Okay, I'll take a rain check on that.
Fabulous.
Alright, for the record, I'm not one for drugs either. On the occasion, I feel a little ambitious and a little adventurous and smoke weed with Angel Dust. And that never ends well.
Well, see, smoking is okay. I do that sometimes with Valentino, although he has a different kind of, paraphernalia, if you will. It is, well, I don't know, it gives off some kind of red smoke, and it makes you feel all loved up.
Oh, man. Oh, alright. This one...
I think he calls it euphoria.
That sounds interesting. I might have to take a rain check on that too. It sounds like something I need to try at some point during my eternity down here.
Oh, it's fine. I can set you up with a dealer. There's one on every corner of every street.
Of course there is. Alright. What is your favorite TV show, Vox? This is an important question, apparently.
Well, ironically, my favorite TV show of yesteryear would be G2 Transformers. Ha! I know there's gonna be some Soundwave jokes in there.
Oh my goodness. I would have guessed Fear Factor, because that's my favorite TV show.
I do enjoy it, but I like the technology in Transformers.
Yeah.
I especially love the quote that I change our names. Vox superior, Allister inferior.
Don't... let's just hope he never finds out that you did that, because if he does, I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to start something.
We can start it. Bring it on, dear demon.
Alright. Does your face turn off when you sleep?
Well, not exactly. It goes into standby mode.
Ah.
It's kind of annoying for Val sometimes because I have a little red flash on my bottom side of my chin.
Ah.
And it flashes all night.
Put a blindfold on, Valentino. It's not that hard.
Yes, usually he does. It's like heart-shaped.
Ah. Okay, this one's a little iffy because I'm not sure if I'm ready to know the answer.
Okay.
If you were to kill someone, who would it be and how would you do it?
Well, there is one person in mind. That would be Allister. And I would string him up with my wires, strap him to the largest pylon in the city, and then charge it with as much energy as the city could give. After that, I'd separate him into pieces and chop him up and serve him to his friends as a cuisine.
And this is why you're an overlord, because whenever I think about killing somebody, my mind automatically goes to wood chipper.
That could work, although not as satisfying.
Yep.
Unless, of course, you've got a really big sandwich you're gonna put the meat in after.
I'm not a cannibal, okay?
Neither am I, but I would serve it to someone. Oh.
Yeah, people get it twisted. I'm not a cannibal, people. Alright, apparently someone's out to find your weakness or something, and they think your weakness is TV remotes because they ask, can you be controlled via TV remote?
No, that's a rumor and a meme. Although, you're welcome to try, because you have to get within a certain amount of feet to use a remote, and if you're within that distance, that means I can get you too.
Not to mention you have to have the right remote.
Exactly.
It's like,
it'll be like a Mexican showdown. Who will best who?
Right. Okay, if you could go back in time and fix a mistake, what would it be?
That's a good one. What would I fix? Allister being born. Ah.
I think they were referring to your own life.
Oh, my life.
Know.
Oh, just not life in general. Okay, so my life. Well, you may or may not have noticed that one of my eyes has a kind of squiggle in it. That is to represent that I was actually attacked in my life and slashed across the eye, so I actually have partial sight in that eye.
Ah. Yeah, I was gonna guess that, but I didn't want to make any assumptions.
So I would probably be ready and prevent that, and maybe, massacre the person that did it to me in the first place.
Ah. Yep. But then again, butterfly effect, who knows how that would change the entire course of your life after that.
That's very true. I might not have ended up down here.
Yeah, and you might not be one of the most powerful overlords down here. Like, what would hell do then?
Oh gosh, Allister would be in my position. That's terrible thoughts.
Alright. Is your real name Vox, or did you give that name to yourself?
Vox is the nickname I gave to myself. My real name is Vincent.
Oh, I like that name. That's a nice name.
Thank you.
I like that name. I also
they used to call me Vinny.
That's not surprising either. But I also like your name is Vox, and I know you as Vox, so I'm gonna call you Vox.
Well, I've been known as Vox for the past 60 years. Ish, give or take.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Alright. Do you miss your old life as a human?
Not really, no. There were some perks to being alive, but I actually prefer this life as I have more abilities and more power.
Yep. I do not remember one good thing about being alive. Everybody was fighting. Like, we thought frickin' hell was on Earth. We thought Earth was frickin' hell.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'm still convinced it is.
Yes, I mean, people that are in the living world would believe this, but, you know, when you come to actual hell, then you'll know what hell is.
Oh yeah, you gotta fight for survival every moment of every day, and if you can't do it, you're not gonna have a good time.
Yes, and if you don't join a gang or some kind of organization, you might as well just pack your bags and go straight to the void.
Yep. Alright, someone asked, do you and I get along?
Oh, I think we get along, yes.
Well, like, I think it helps that I was born, like, in the era of modern technology, so I get it. Like, I'm not like Allister, like, I was born 100 years ago, and I don't understand anything about modern technology these days. I mean, I'm kind of in the middle between you and Allister. There's some stuff I get, and some stuff I don't.
Absolutely. And of course, I was born at the peak of technology. Space travel had just been not invented, but we discovered how to travel to space, computer technology, you know, magnetic, audio, that kind of stuff. None of this record or, you know, gramophone bullcrap.
Yeah, inventions started getting dumb after 2000, so...
Yes, I heard. I think I stopped at 2000 after the mini-disc failed.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say 2000. Once we started getting into the 2010s, that's when it started getting dumb.
I could agree, but again, I've only seen it from afar.
You didn't miss much. I'll tell you that much. You didn't miss much.
Oh,
all right, who's more powerful, me or you? Is this even a question?
Okay, well, I'm going to let you answer that question.
Vox is more powerful. If Vox wanted to, he could turn me into a pile of ashes right now.
Yes, but I enjoy your company.
Yeah, that's the only thing keeping me safe right now. So, yes,
look at
Vox
my big
is more
smile.
powerful.
That's happiness.
Yeah. Plus, do you see the size difference? I mean, there's no hidden message here. Vox is more powerful. It's not like the little man is more powerful secretly. There's no secrets, so...
But I hope that answered that question.
Okay, Vox. Remember how earlier we were talking about memes?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, this question's bringing it full circle. What is the meaning of life without memes?
Oh my. Memes have always existed. They only called it memes in the millennium. Before that, we just used to call them sarcastic jokes.
Yeah, figures of speech.
Precisely.
Yeah. Inside jokes.
In fact, I think I published an article way back in 1943 that was considered a meme. It was a short comic about the Prime Minister of England and the Queen. You're gonna have to look that one up. I'm not going to talk about it. Ha.
Oh, this sounds like some dirt. This sounds like something interesting. Yeah. The meaning of life without memes. There is no life. Life would be boring. Life would be mundane. Life would not be life without memes.
Which is why we're lucky that Article 13 doesn't affect us in hell.
Yup.
Because if it did, we would come down on them like a brick shit house.
Alright, well that's all the questions I've got for you. Like, the rest of them were either, like, really dumb or just, like, repeats, so...
Oh, fabulous. Okay, well, I am going to ask you a couple of questions, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all, go ahead.
Okay, so, how did you end up in hell?
Oh, that's a personal matter. Okay, well, you know, you did get pretty personal with, you know, the question I asked you. So, I wound up in hell because, well, there was a relationship I was in. We broke it off. Well, he dumped me because he wanted to get married to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I wound up hexing him for the rest of his life so he doesn't ever achieve happiness.
Oh, a little bit of voodoo. Fabulous.
Yeah, I was into witchcraft, like hardcore. So, whatever he's doing right now, he's not having fun. He's not having a good time. I made sure of that.
Oh,
And
okay.
plus, you know, I offed myself. You know, we established this. I
Yes.
committed suicide, so that doesn't land you in God's good graces either.
Well, no, if you go by the Catholic belief, taking a life, even if it is your own, is still murder.
Yeah, so, yeah, I murdered myself. I committed a murder.
Yes. What is... And this is going to be a stupid question, but what is your favorite color?
My favorite... Vox, look at me and try to tell me what my favorite color is.
How about what favorite shade of that color?
I was about to pull a fast one on you, Vox. It's purple, but iridescent purple is my favorite.
Oh, really? That's fabulous. I actually forgot to mention that royal blue is my favorite color.
Ooh, that's my second favorite color.
Okay, how many of the Overlords have you ever met?
Oh, there's you, there's Allister. I haven't, like, officially, like, sat down and had a conversation with Valentino, but we, like, said hi briefly, so I think that counts. Velvet, she gives me weird vibes. I tend to
She
avoid
gives me
her.
weird vibes,
I
and she
think-
lives in our house.
So yeah, I think it was just like you, Allister, and technically Valentino, so 3.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Okay, let me think of another question. You know, I used to interview people for a living, and it's blowing my mind. I'm trying to think of questions. Ooh, what type of
Take your
music
time.
do you like?
That's hard to answer because I like a wide variety of genres, like anything that's got a catchy beat. No particular genre, but most consistently is either pop or rock.
Oh, fabulous. Well, I'm quite partial to synthwave and chiptune.
Ooh. Yeah,
And if
there's
anyone
some-
at home doesn't know what chiptune is, it's basically like video game music.
Oh, yes.
I do like video game music, it's fabulous. Do you like video games?
Oh, everyone's gonna hate me. I don't play video games.
Well, I haven't played any for, well, years, let's say decades. The last game I played was Galaga.
Yeah, I don't play video games. Like, the closest to video games I play is, like, those little apps you get on your phone, like, pre-installed, and, like, occasionally I browse the Google Play Store and see what I can find that looks interesting, but I haven't even played a Game Boy, if anyone remembers Game Boys.
I heard of Game Boys, but we have something down here similar to it, called Imp Boy. Or Game Imp, I can never remember. I think it's Game Imp.
Yeah, no, I never got into, video games, so, I don't play.
Okay, so we spoke about movies. What's your favorite genre of movie?
That would be horror.
Because I'm quite partial to horror, but I like thrillers. Like Aliens and things like that.
Oh yeah, like supernatural creatures, like I'm fascinated by. Like, you should have seen me when I first got down to hell, and I saw like my first hellhound. I was like, ugh.
Yes, it's definitely a sight for sore eyes.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So, any particular favorite movie?
Favorite movie? That would have to be Freddy vs. Jason.
I found it kind of humorous.
Oh yeah, like, it's not so much scary as it is humorous, and I love it.
Although humor is good, laughter is excellent, especially if you can make someone laugh to death. One of my favorite characters not from thrillers or from horrors, but from action, was the Joker.
Oh yeah. I mean, I hope this isn't going to start anything between us, but I am not a fan of DC movies. I am a Marvel fan.
Marvel is good also.
Okay, good. Keeping the peace so far.
From villains, I quite like Loki. Although he's more of an anti-hero.
Yeah, that's true. I'm also quite a fan of the Juggernaut.
Oh, fabulous. So, you said you're living out in the sticks in Pentagram City. What's it like?
Yup. Hot, dry, I live next to a river full of souls, and people think, it's so nice that you live next to a river. Not when it's a river full of souls. It's not. I mean, you wake up on the occasion to some of those souls screaming, and it's just like, oh my, it's like the annoying neighbor. Shut up!
Yes,
no one cares.
I probably put some of those souls there myself. Whoops.
It's okay. It's hell. There are suffering souls everywhere.
Those souls in the river end up manifesting back into demons again.
Yeah, I used to be one of them. I crawled out of the river too at one point, so...
I think we've all been down that river once.
Yeah, I crawled out and I was like, this is a nice place. I'm not moving. And I killed the demon that was living there at the time, and I set up shop, so...
Oh, fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Yeah, see, I established my business through very small means to begin with. And then I grew very, very quickly and took over not half the city, but that quarter of the city.
Ah.
I own all the TV stations in that area.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, if you want to know, like, how you found me drunk, freaking teetering at the top of a billboard, the demon that I killed lived in the bunker I live now. And that bunker was stocked to the brim with booze. And I was just like, oh man, this guy knew how to live. And yeah, I just started drinking bottoms up and...
Yes, to be honest, I'm quite partial to a drink myself. What is your favorite flavor?
Ooh, favorite flavor. I'm really into the fruity drinks. So I will mix a ton of fruity drinks together and just sort of like a jungle juice almost, and just have a good time.
Yes, I quite like a cocktail that's called the Godfather. It has bourbon whiskey in it.
Oh, I could also make a mean White Russian too, out of Kahlua and milk.
That sounds fabulous.
It tastes like adult chocolate. It tastes like chocolate milk, like really good, high quality chocolate milk. I used to get people all the time with it when I was alive and down here too. Like, here, have some chocolate milk. It tastes a little funny. Yeah, that's because it's a White Russian, moron.
Wow. Well, that's something I have to definitely put on the bucket list.
Oh, it's fun. Because you get people hooked on that, and like 3 tall glasses of White Russian later, they're passed out.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. So, what is your plans for hell since you've been here for a little while? I know when you first come down here, you have no idea what you want to do, or even why you're here, but you've been here for a while. So, do you have any prospects for the future?
Well, everybody wants to be an overlord, I've discovered. Just like on Earth, when they were alive, everybody wanted to be a celebrity. I was just like, I don't think I'm ready for that yet. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm having fun entertaining people in hell and in the human world. And I just love the confusion on mortals' comments when they say, are you really a demon? I'm just like, oh, I need to mess with these people just a little while longer. I think I'm maybe onto something. But I might try to take over the internet and the mortal world. That's what I aspire to do. Big goal!
You and I both. I have a plan to take over YouTube and fix it.
Oh, yes. Fix YouTube, because it's so broken.
And we might call it something a bit more snappy. I don't know, like, HellTube, no, Demon Tube, no, what
Chew-tube?
Say it again.
Chew-tube, like you chew-tube?
Yes, why not? That sounds alright. It's a lot better than YouTube. You watch them come now and take our ratings. Oh no, we'll come after you.
Oh, yes. If we can't come at you one way, we'll definitely come at you another. That sounded...
I'm just trying to think of more questions that I had in my mind, but I don't know, it seems to be a blank at the moment. By the way, do you like my limo?
Huh?
We're in my limo.
Oh, I like your limo. I would love to ride in that limo sometime.
Well, we're in it right now. Although we're not actually going anywhere. We're parked.
Oh, I like it. This is my first time in a limousine, believe it or not.
But I modeled it after Lucifer's.
Oh.
Although Valentino wanted the pink cushions, so excuse that.
Of course he wanted the pink cushions. It's okay. I take no offense to it. Pink's not my favorite color, but I can live with it.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. So, what did you think of the recent song Allister's Game by Living Tombstone?
I mean, I liked the swing jazzy parts. Not the biggest fan of the metal parts. Overall, it was an okay song.
I have to admit the metal parts were a bit jarring, for me at least. The swing parts, the electro swing bit was kind of good, or electro swing? I can't remember. No, electro... Is it electro swing? I can't remember. Not my sort of music.
We'll just call it electro swing for now.
Yes. I thought that was kind of nice, and, well, it had Allister in it, but it was okay. I didn't mind it too much.
Yeah. Like, I think what made the metal so jarring is that Allister is not metal. Like, you don't look at Allister and automatically think metal. You think, good God, that skunky motherfucker needs to take a fucking shower and brush his teeth. That's all you think.
Exactly, yes. Yes. Very unmetal.
Yeah.
It's more like banjos in the South.
Ding, 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 ding.
So, what's your opinion on the other big song, Addict, by Silver Howl?
I'll be honest, I never thought Angel Dust could sing like that. And good on him! It was a great song. Good on him and Cherry Bomb both.
Yes, I did find it very entertaining. You know, Angel is one of our pets.
Yes, I heard, and I tend to stay out of that. But, you know, when it narrows on singing, he's not that bad. I definitely expected worse. Angel, don't take any offense to that. I'm just saying, I didn't expect you to sound that good.
Yes, kudos to Angel Cakes. You know, sometime you should come to the studio. I could give you a tour.
Oh, yeah, I would love a tour of your studio.
And then we can go over to Val's studio, and I can show you around there.
I'm not touching anything. I don't know what kind of heebie-jeebie, like, freaking diseases are all over that place.
Oh, don't worry. There's only 3 diseases in hell, and none of them can hurt us.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Vox.
Fair point. It's fine. It's just an experience, anyway. Ha 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 ha. So, what do you like to do in your spare time?
That's a tough. I don't do a lot really, aside from work on my own videos, but I like watching YouTube videos. I've been browsing TikTok a little bit. Haven't made any really, but I mean, I like watching and getting a good laugh. Drinking coffee, seeing how many cups I can drink before I have what is akin to a heart attack down here. But it doesn't kill us.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to ask the audience if they have any questions for you. See what they say. Let's see. Okay, so what's this? I'm just going to read this one. I don't think it's a question. I think it's more of a statement. What, are we going to have to wear masks to the store? I see the COVID-19 thing. Ha, well, we're in hell. We don't have to worry about that.
No, your freaking human viruses have no effect on us. Like, I've said this in a video. What's going on in the human world is of no concern to us anymore, really. We only get involved if we really want to.
Oh, here's a question. I think it's for me, though. It says, do you like outer space? Oh, no, I suppose we could both answer that. Well, when I was alive, I was fascinated by it.
Oh, same here. I'm still fascinated by the concept of outer space. It's always expanding, and it's infinite. And to think that Earth is just like a microscopic speck in that is just like, how?
It's mind-blowing.
Yep. And something very few get to see, actually.
Yes, indeed. Okay,
because not all of us are smart enough to become astronauts.
Someone asked, Vox, did you ever get a shatterproof glass for your flat screen face yet? Just in case. No, it's supposed to be shatterproof, but unfortunately it's not Overlord proof.
It's not Vox's particular incident proof, which means it's not shatterproof, which means it's false advertising.
Yes, exactly. Oh, here we go. Judith Lugo says, Hey Raven, I have a question. What kind of demon are you like? Are you a bird demon, a goat demon, mixed, or what are you?
I'm a dragon demon, actually. Like, I was in a drunken stupor when I found this out, and it took another dragon demon to explain this to me, and I was just like, that actually makes a lot of sense. The horns and the wings, and I have a tail, and I do breathe fire, but I have no real control over it. Burps are dangerous.
Yes. I experience a very similar thing. If I sneeze, I usually electrocute everyone in the room.
Oh, please warn me if you have to sneeze so I can take cover.
Oh, it's fine. I always give like a 2-second, warning before I, pop one out, so to speak.
Okay. Yep.
Which reminds me, do you know how you... Oh yes, you said how you died. I, on the other hand, had to find out how I died.
Oh, man.
What happened? I was in the studio drunk and, off my head on certain stimulants, let's say, and a studio camera fell from the rafters and crushed my head.
Oh, yeah, I covered a theory about that. I figured yours was either accident-related or my second guess was suicide. And funny thing is, when you commit suicide, you don't always know you're dead at first. Like,
exactly.
It's like you lose consciousness, and then when you wake up again, you go, where the hell am I? Because you don't feel dead.
In fact, you have a full sense of extra energy.
Yep. And like literally, when I came to after, I did the deed. I woke up and I was just like, really failed again. Like I was mad. That's why I started drinking. I was mad.
Yes, it's pretty much how I kind of fell into the flow. We have another question. Manny Randall. He asks, Blue, how powerful are you for using witchcraft?
Well, a lot of people think I'm like Allister level of power, which I'm not. I don't really got that much power to speak of. I breathe fire, I can fly. This weird thing happens, like, if I get too pissed off, like, I black out, and then everybody's afraid of me for a month, and nobody's willing to explain to me why. So, I'll get back to ya on that once I figure out what the hell is going on.
It sounds like you're having trouble mastering your inner demon.
Yeah, that's probably it.
It's fine. It takes a while to master, or at least get used to the feeling. Once you have it down, though, that's when you can start taking the ranks.
Ah.
I have a question from Joel Homie's show. Oh, blimey, I need to watch that show. Okay, so, question for Vox. Will you have any lines in episode 2 of Hazbin Hotel? I will not. I'm not actually going to be revealed until at least 4 or 5, I believe.
Oh, well, we gotta wait a little bit then.
We do, yes.
It's awesome that Hazbin Hotel's gonna be on TV, though. I'm gonna watch the shit out of that.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'll probably have it on my face.
Oh, yep. And I wouldn't blame you if you did.
Okay, let's see what other questions we have here. Okay, Blue, have you ever used your demonic form once? In other words, gone from the form you're in into your demonic transformation. You know, a bit like how Allister and Charlie sort of get bigger, or horns get bigger and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I turn into like a full-blown dragon, like, you know, like freaking flying lizard-looking thing, freaking dragon.
That's something I definitely need to see.
It's pretty hard to miss, so next time I have her, just keep a lookout for a giant blue flying dragon in the sky. That's probably me.
And we have a question here from Crystal Blueberry. It says, question for both of you. Would you guys ever consider starting a channel together? Well, I think if we support each other, I think that's good enough. That way we have a wider reach of the audience.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like, it gives some variation to both of our channels,
Precisely.
It just starting a whole nother channel where it's just like the both of us, that's just gonna get old real quick, and then we're gonna have to find another way to spruce up that channel.
Exactly. Whereas this way, we can appear on each other's channels and give you the same amount of entertainment value.
Oh yes.
Let's see, what have we got here? Vox, are you a boy or a girl? I'm a fucking
Really?
TV.
What the?
Sorry, that's a joke. But, it was Velvet. She said, you have no hair. And I said, I'm a fucking TV. No, I'm a boy. Well, a man, a male gender.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, a lot of people are confused as to whether I'm a boy or a girl. Okay, I want everyone to pay attention to the words I'm about to say right now. I am FTM trans. I was born female in a female body, but I identify as male. Male pronouns. You don't use male pronouns, I fucking kill you. Got it?
There you go. There's your warning. Ha ha ha. Okay, another question for you, Blue. Out of everybody, who do you have the strongest relationship with?
Oh, out of everybody in like all of hell?
I believe so.
Oh, well, I'm not counting Gray because Gray's not from hell and we don't have the strongest relationship. So I'd have to say that would be you, Vox. Like, we're good friends.
I think so, yes.
Employees. And I don't really get out that much, so I don't socialize that much, so...
And you only live down the street from me as well.
Yeah, so other than the bugs that crawl around down here, like, I don't really got any other friends, so...
Fabulous. Well, that's a great answer. I have to agree. Although I have very, very close relationships with other associates as well. Maybe I'll introduce you to them sometime as well.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah, well...
Manny asks, how is Gray doing?
Gray is fine. Like, I know people think I killed them because they haven't been on the show for a while on my freaking channel. Gray is fine. Gray is still angry about the whole answering questions about heaven and spilling a lot of secrets that they probably shouldn't have. And, we're constantly back and forth about it. We're talking about doing a podcast together in hopes to make up for it. But right now they're just acting like a child that, can't get what they want right now.
You know, that sounds a bit like Lucifer. And not the child part, but the spilling the secrets of heaven. Just get a couple of drinks in him, he'll tell you all about it.
Oh, I know. I've seen a couple videos. I've seen a few videos.
He also has a section where he reads the Bible. It's ironic and funny.
Yup.
Okay, TTV God says, "Love you, Blue." Aw, that's lovely.
Oh, thank you. I love all the people who love my content, so love you too, I suppose.
Okay, so Tyrell Madkey says, "Have you met Bob the Builder? Because he is a Chad." What?
No. And I don't want to.
I don't know this Bob, who I'm not familiar.
You don't need to know. Your life is better off not knowing.
Fantastic. When he comes down here, he'll be more than needing to build. Except maybe his bones after I snap them all.
Oh, the theme songs. I'm gonna have those stuck in my head now, so.
Oh, fabulous. Let's see, so... I'm trying to find more questions. Hey, Vox, what is your favorite decade? You remind me of the 80s. Probably unintentional. My favorite decade is the 1920s. Also, I love the color blue. Well, it's funny. Although I died in the 1950s, I do enjoy the 80s a lot.
Huh, yeah. I don't know what my favorite decade would be. Anything before the 2000s, basically, minus like the World Wars, because those got really ugly. But any other decade, basically.
Yes. The 90s wasn't too bad. A little bit too techno for me. The 80s was just right with the electro though.
Oh yeah. Like 90s was good. 90s like had like perfect balance of fairly good music. They were starting to get fashion under control. They were starting to figure out things with the economy before it went to shit again. And, 9/11 didn't happen yet.
Exactly, yes. A question from me from Dragon Empire. Do you require electricity like other electronics, or do you make energy organically? Yes, you got it in one. I create my own energy, a bit like how you do when you eat.
It would be weird if I ever caught you plugged into a wall somewhere. I'd just be like,
It is a kind of running joke. Especially when they say where the USB port is.
Oh.
Yes, you can only imagine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. My mind will just go off on its own somewhere.
Wolf Boy Trenton asks both of us, what is hell like?
Hot, dry, with a lot of smog in the air.
Yes, if you're in certain parts of the city, you can literally breathe in ash. But it's not ash from like a pipe, it's ash from burning souls.
Yep. So if you can make it through that, then you might like it down here. If you like hot, dry, and smog, you'll like hell.
It can be very violent. Everyone's out to outdo each other, double cross, two-face, all that kind of stuff. But again, it's like an all-day party, all day, all night.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it is just the same time. Well, it looks like the same time all year round. It never changes. It's always red sky.
Yeah. Like, it can be very hard to tell day from night a lot of the time. Like, you have to pay attention to the shades of red. The darker the shade, the later it is. So.
Plus, if you look at the pentagram, when it's turning, it almost acts like a sundial.
I didn't know that. I didn't really pay attention to that. 5 years, and I'm learning new things still.
Yes. Well, when you've been down here as long as me, it's something that gets stuck in your mind.
What do you think of, like, the view of heaven just beyond the pentagram?
Yes, I don't really look over there. I think it's disgusting.
Me too. It's just that, like, one white spot in a giant sea of red, and it's just like, now that's an eyesore. Come on.
Yes, it's kind of like, well, when a masterpiece is created and that little blip is in there that damages the whole masterpiece.
Oh. Yep, that's how it is. That's how it is.
Oh, they're asking me what my favorite horror movie is. Let me think. My favorite horror movie. Oh, what's the one with the car? Is it called Shelley?
I know a couple of horror movies that involve a car. Frickin' Joyride, and there was a scene involving a car in Cujo, so.
Yes, there's a car, and I believe the car's called Shelley. And it goes around murdering people. It's literally alive. It's hilarious, but it's good.
Nice.
And I also like Saw.
Oh my. I can't watch Saw. I watched Saw 3 one time, and I almost got sick from it. It's a little bit too intense for me.
Yes, I like all the torture.
Yeah, no. Furthest I'm going to go with torture is throwing somebody in a wood chipper. That's it.
Well, that's fair. Oh, Ghost Car. That's what it's called. Ghost Car. Thank you for that.
Oh.
No, okay. Justine. Sorry, Justine. Oh, blimey, my mind has gone to cheese.
It's been a while since we've done an interview.
Charlie, what are you saying? Charlie's in the chat.
Oh, Charlie's in the chat.
Yes, it's Christine, not Justine. Christine. It's definitely Steen. Something Steen. Well, anyway, it's by Stephen King, that's right. Okay, so let's see what other question. Oh, here we go. Kathleen Ingram says, question for both of you. What's the most craziest thing you've seen or experienced in hell?
Oh my god, you're asking me... In a world full of crazies, you're asking me the craziest thing I've seen. Why don't you go first, Vox? I need to think about it.
Craziest thing I've seen? When I first came down here, there was an overlord before me, and he had a very strange power. He could literally control, well, kind of a small gravitational pull. He crushed about, I think it was like 12 demons with the ground.
Oh. Yeah, I never got to see that, but I mean, I think the craziest thing I saw was, I think it was like a couple of years ago that like everybody just decided one day they were all gonna get high on crocodile. And
oh, as I remember that.
It was like a zombie apocalypse happened down here. It was like nobody seemed like they were even remotely with it anymore. They were all rotting and gross. I think like people had to step in and just like destroy their forms so they could remanifest and start over.
Yes, actually, like it was the job of the overlords to actually fix the problem.
Like, I think I took care of a couple that wandered into the sticks. I'm just like, man, this is gross. Y'all got gangrene and you don't even look even remotely recognizable anymore. Just get the hell out of my territory and leave me alone. I think that's what happened. That's why I haven't come out of my bunker that much since.
Yes, I can understand that. Me, I actually relished the challenge. I picked up my favorite weapon and went to the streets and played a bit of golf.
Oh. Yep, nope. I took care of a few crazy crocodile frickin' zombies and then curled up in my bunker and binged on sugary foods for a while.
That's a pretty good call. Okay, so 21st century ninja. Wow. Advanced. Question. If you had to sing a song, what song would you sing?
Been there, done that. Hollywood Undead Bullet.
I would sing... Well, there's two songs, actually. One, I would sing in reverence to that radio demon. Video killed the radio star. And my personal favorite, Sunshine on TV by Aha.
Ah. Yep.
Classics.
And I was listening to Hollywood Undead, their song Bullet on repeat, during my last day. That entire day was just full of that song, and I think I was still slurring the lyrics in my words as I manifested, so...
I'll have to check that track out. I know Hollywood Undead, they're pretty good, actually.
Let me just tell you, it's the happiest song about suicide you'll ever hear.
Fabulous, fabulous. Well, that's always a good thing. Oh, someone asked me a question. Where was it? No, that's not it. Oh, Darkness Slayer said, your favorite weapon, Vox. What is it? Well, I have a range of weapons. I mean, I don't have to use weapons. I can use my power. But if I'm feeling a little, adventurous, I might, throw a couple of CDs like Ninja Stars. Or maybe I'll swing around a VHS like a mace.
Ooh.
And when I say VHS, I mean VHS player. And if you don't know what a VHS player is, it's one of those old video cassette players. A bit like a DVD player or Blu-ray player, but double the size.
Yeah, like half of the population, or most of the population, don't remember VHS players.
No.
Like watching movies was an actual chore with those things. Once you finished your movie, if you wanted to rewatch it, you had to get up, rewind the entire tape, and then hit play.
I remember that my VHS player from the 50s, which was really old, it was like a Betamax, it actually had a wire to the remote.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't seen a VHS player in a while, but I want one.
And also, I was one of the very few that had a mobile phone. We used to call them car phones.
Oh. One of those really, really old ones?
Yes, they used to have battery the size of your hand, and they had an aerial that stuck up about 3 inches, but you had to plug them into your car so that you could actually charge the bloody thing.
My first phone was a little LG that had a slide-out keyboard, but, if that wasn't working properly, you still had to press the number buttons however many times to text. And it didn't have internet.
Yeah, I know about text. I learned about text. Didn't have that in the 50s. Although we had something called paging. But it wasn't text. You still had to call up.
Oh, man. I pagers were before my time. but I know what they are.
Yes, they were. I suppose you could call them one of the first text devices.
I heard they were really loud and annoying too.
Yes, I think they had a nickname. They were called bleepers.
I can see that.
Let's see, what? Ooh, here we go. Phantom Fox 2.0. Question for Vox. Would you ever date Velvet? Oh my. No. She's a little immature and very loud, and she loves her gossip.
I mean, I would sit down with her and gossip. That's about it. But date,
She could show you anything you want to see on social media.
Oh.
She's plugged into everything. It's kind of annoying.
I can imagine.
She's always taking pictures. She put me on that Instagram thing and people made comments about my flat face.
I mean, like, I can understand that because my reaction to your face when we first met was not very appropriate. I did laugh. I laughed very hard. And Vox got angry. And he was like, "Why are you laughing at me?" And I'm like, "Because your face is a television."
Yes, I failed to see the humor.
Yeah, I'm very easily amused, and I was drunk, which did not help my case, so...
Well, it's lucky I was drunk too, because I think this transaction could have ended up differently. You remember what I said about what I can do with my face?
Yup. I would have been plunged into the void already if it'd gone any other way.
Let's see. Ooh, more questions for me. Do you have a secret crush on Allister? Most definitely not.
Nope. Can confirm. No, you don't. You really want that sucker to die.
Yes. Unfortunately, even if he upped his ways and moved to more digital means, it wouldn't save him none.
Yep.
Let's see, Am I ticklish? No. Are you ticklish?
It depends where you tried to tickle me.
Oh my. Do I have to take you out for dinner and a movie first?
Yes, please. Like, don't start touching until we've established some sort of grounds for you to touch me.
I think that's a fair statement. See, I have a 10-foot rule usually, except for the people that I actually like.
Yep. I mean, mine's not a 10-foot rule, it's more of a, 5-foot. It's like Allister, the 5-foot rule. Just enough room for me to breathe and be able to speak with you, but not close enough for you to touch me.
Yes, I'm so tall, though, that 5 foot literally looks like you're standing under me.
Yes, I'm actually, it's just because you're so tall, Vox. I'm actually, 5'9", a couple extra inches because of the horns, but you're, so much taller than me. I look small.
Yes,
and,
I'm something like 8'5".
Yup.
Valentino is taller than me.
How tall is Valentino?
It's about 9'9", or near 10. He's very tall.
Because, Valentino, I have to observe from afar, because, if he doesn't say anything and he walks up beside me, I shit bricks, because I'm not used to people being taller than me. I'm used to you. I see you on a regular basis.
Well, you can't really miss my face. It usually illuminates any dark areas.
Yeah, but Valentino, he can sneak up on you, and it gives me a heart attack. At least once a month.
Yes, he has a knack of doing that. Although, to be honest, he's not very good at sneaking. He wears heels.
Yep. Like, but I have a tendency to like zone out and not pay attention to my surroundings, so it doesn't matter. Like, Valentino can still sneak up on me.
Yes, he has a tendency to do that to me sometimes as well. Catches me off guard, and I'm usually well alert.
Yep. No, not me. I'm too busy lost in my own imaginings to pay attention. So
Oh, here's a
easy to
question
sneak up
for
on me.
both of us, by the way. What was your reaction when you first saw your appearance in hell? Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I actually had to like go searching for a mirror because I itched my head and I felt my horns and I was just like, what the? Did my skull split open? Like, what is happening? I looked at my hands, I saw claws, I was just like, okay. Like, I realized I had very sharp canines and I needed a mirror so I could like fully grasp it. I like my wings, like I've always liked my wings and my tail, but everything else I had to get used to.
Can you imagine what I was thinking when I first touched my face when I got down here?
No, I can't.
It was almost like a Tom and Jerry like cartoon. I thought somehow my face had been run over by a steamroller.
I really couldn't imagine like what I would do if I woke up and my face was just a TV. I'd just be like, "What? Am I tripping on acid? What the hell?"
Well, ironically, when I first came here, this isn't the appearance I had.
Yeah. Well, you like I said, you do have a tendency to upgrade yourself like every month.
Yes.
So.
Originally, I had one of those old box tube TV heads.
Oh, yep.
Imagine how heavy that was.
Oh man, I couldn't even imagine. Like, were you like, I don't want to sound offensive, like buffer back then? Like, did you put on muscle because of that? Like,
well, my neck is very thick.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest with you, turning left when I first came here used to give me whiplash.
Oh, I bet like turning your head at all, like looking up, that probably gave you major whiplash.
Well, actually, just used to make me fall over.
Yeah. Like, you have to get used to having horns because you've got an extra number of inches on top of your head, so if you're walking through a door and like there's only like a 2-inch clearance from the top of your head to the door frame, you're gonna have to, bend your knees and duck down a little bit.
Yes, I agree. What other questions do we have? Hey there, Vox. What is your favorite game to play? Is it Smash Brothers? No. I would have to say my favorite game is Smash TV.
I like Battleship.
That's a fine game, that is, yes.
Yep.
Let's see, so... Question for Vox, have you ever punched or fought Velvet? No, I wouldn't do such things. She might be annoying, but she can be sweet. What's your favorite alien horror cartoon character? What will it be? I suppose that's for both of us.
Alien or cartoon character. Oh my, there's so many. I think my favorite would have to be Sebastian Michaelis from the anime Black Butler, though.
Fabulous. I like Soundwave. He kind of reminds me of me. I don't know why.
Oh, I also like those little I don't know what you call them, but those little cat-like or dog-like or whatever, like aliens from Predator. Like, if I'm thinking of it, that's where they're from.
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
Like they've got like freaking bean-shaped heads and like sharp teeth, and their bodies like seem like they're shaped like greyhounds, and they're like either all black or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Wait, that sounds a bit like a xenomorph.
A xenomorph, that's what I was trying to think of.
Oh, yes, from the Alien movies, as well as from Alien vs. Predator.
Yep, that's what I was thinking of. I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen any of those movies, but I've seen images of those aliens, and I'm just like, I want one. Why do I want one?
Say that Alien is very good. Aliens is excellent. Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, skip it. Predator, very good. Predator 2, not so good. Predator versus Alien, kind of a joke. Alien vs. Predator 2, an even bigger joke. And there was another Predator movie, which I can't remember what it was called. Kind of entertaining, but not as good as the first one.
See, this is why you need Vox as your friend. He can recommend you all the good movies.
I like movies. Like I said, in my life, I had a lot of different TV-style jobs. I was a movie reviewer. I was, I had a chat show, a game show. What else? I was a news broadcaster. I've literally done everything. Except porn.
Except for porn, okay.
Yes, I did that down here.
Too much information, but as I was saying, like, this is why, like, you're good to have as a friend, because you can recommend the good movies, and you're willing to take one for the team and check out the shitty ones to see how shitty they are.
Exactly. You can't give an honest review unless you watch the poo.
Right. Right.
Yes, that slogan never ever took off.
Why? That was so witty. I think even Allister would like that.
Yes, no, more than likely. Okay, so, question for both from Darkness Slayer X. What is your favorite anime?
Oh. I've seen a lot of anime, and that's very difficult for me to answer.
I think, personally, my favorite anime, from what we were able to get from Earth TV streams in hell, was Log Horizon.
Oh, finally, someone else who knows Log Horizon.
It's the best. It's better than that rubbish. Sword Art Online. At least Log Horizon feels like an actual MMO.
Thank you. My life is complete. Someone said it, and it happens to be one of the most powerful and influential demons in hell.
Spoiler, by the way, they are doing a season 3.
I'm gonna watch that now. But my favorite anime would have to be Fruits Basket, because it's just so wholesome.
That sounds fabulous. I'm not familiar with that one myself. Maybe I'll check that one out.
Let me just say, it's not about a fruit or a basket of fruit. It's referenced like twice in the entire show, and that's about it.
Yes. Okay, well, it seems interesting, to say the least. So we have another question from Joel Homie Show. By the way, I need to check out your show, Joel. It sounds excellent. Question for Vox. What is it like not being able to see new tech until it reaches hell? Well, I don't know, because until it reaches hell, I don't know it's new tech.
Well, you have to understand that people are dying like every day, and so they bring their knowledge of whatever technology they know down here with them. So
Precisely.
we're basically keeping up with the times, so we don't struggle that much, as far as I know.
In fact, I think we're slightly ahead, but who knows?
We're ahead in some things, I think. Creative ways to torture people, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Let's see, so question for both parties. From Sakura3. What's steampunk? But I think that's supposed to be steampunk. Would you... That says steampunk. It says steampunk. Would you wear, and do you both like Halloween too? I think that's steampunk.
I've never worn anything steampunk. I like the style, but never worn anything. And Halloween is my favorite holiday, so of course I like Halloween.
But I think technically what I'm wearing is kind of steampunk-esque anyway. Steampunk is what Victorian yet, in with technology, and that just sums me up. But also, I look like a TV. What do you think about Halloween? Of course I love it. I don't even need to dress up.
Right? No one in hell needs to dress up. Like, what would we dress up as?
Humans. No,
that's a laugh.
Angels. That would be scary.
Oh gosh.
Actually, I did do that once. I dressed up as an exterminator and scared the shit out of Val.
Oh, I bet. Like what was his overall reaction to that?
Well, I came in while he was working, so he was like, and whatever he had in his mouth, he spat it out.
Got the jump on Val. Like, I hear he's a hard guy to sneak up on.
Oh yes, you really have to catch him off guard.
Oh.
I mean, even when he's asleep, those antennae of his can just read everything in the room.
I would not be able to live an afterlife like that. Like, it's bad enough I have to live with horns.
See, I have a kind of radar system built in. It's kind of like a sonar thing, so I have kind of a general balance of the radius around me.
Yeah. I mean, I got a heightened sense of smell, which was a bonus to dying because I could not smell when I was alive for some odd reason. So, whatever happened, it gave me my sense of smell back. So.
Well, here in hell, I don't actually have a nose, but I am still able to smell. I don't know how.
That Vox, your existence doesn't make sense. It's not logical, so any questions about that is just like, because it happened.
Exactly. Okay, Kathleen Ingram says, Vox, if you and Valentino got into a fight, who would win? Well, I would win, but I wouldn't fight Val.
Yeah, I think, like, if things were to get so bad to where you would actually, like, have to fight each other, you would be hearing it from Val for the next 5,000 years.
Yes, and I would probably be in the doghouse.
Yep. Because I know Val's not exactly the type to let things go.
No. There was this one time, actually I should probably not talk about that story, it's a bit personal, but let's just say, something slipped, and now he's not talking to me. Well, he is talking to me now, but it has been 10 years.
Oh. Well, you know, if it's personal, you know, I'll leave it alone. So.
Occasionally, he still brings it up.
Of course he does, because why wouldn't he? Because he's got to remind you of it, like, at least once a week to make sure you know, like, just how he feels.
Yes, it's, kind of embarrassing, but, hey ho, there you go. Okay. What's this? It says, I think that Vox and Blue, and that's all it says. Okay, well, good for you, we think too. Question for Blue. Have you ever had an argument with Vox?
Like, I think, like, the most recent argument we had was about him interrupting my frickin' videos, but that hasn't happened in a couple of minutes, so, you know, I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it for, like, the day after, and, like, I'll give him a hard time, but then, like, the next day, I'll just be like, oh, it's whatever, like, I can't stop him, so...
Yes, I actually sent a message to Blue on the end of one of my videos. It was kind of a hidden message at the very end.
Yep, I saw it. You know, I wouldn't miss it. So, I got that message. What exactly were you trying to come after me for?
Just the Freezer's arguments before, using my network without actually notifying me. I know how you're wired into the network.
Oh, you found that piece of info out, huh?
Oh, yes. It took a while to track down, but I have a, you know, very, advanced studio which has a lot of tech.
Yeah, I've heard stories about your studio, but, you know, I've been connected for a little while, and I was just like, did I actually manage to pull a fast one over Vox? And clearly that is not the case.
But it's fine. We came to an agreement.
Yep. So.
Somebody asked if we both like bacon.
Of course. If you don't like bacon, I don't trust you.
Yes. If I had to choose a meat to eat forever, it would be, you know, bacon, pork, gammon, anything from the pig.
I think I would get, like, tired of bacon, at least for a day, and would want something different.
But I could eat that for eternity.
Oh, man. Like, I would have to, like, switch it up. Like, I'd have to have it with, like, a different side dish every day just to spice things up.
Well, maybe, yes. Maybe a side of, innocent soul or something.
Oh, those are hard to come by, though. Like, innocent souls, really? Like...
Yes, it is kind of a, you know, speciality. You usually have to get the IMP to steal one from Earth. Yep.
Like they're becoming more and more corrupt, and they're becoming more corrupt earlier in age, and there's a certain age limit we do not cross when it narrows down to innocent souls.
No, exactly. Just wanted to make that clear. Oh, a question for... There's a few questions here, actually. One for... Wait, this one's for me. What would you do if you lost your studio?
Oh.
That's a good question. I don't ever imagine I would lose my studio, but if I did, I would destroy the soul who destroyed it or took it away from me.
Yeah, and then he would build another one that is like 5 times bigger, and make sure it's like twice as more defensive.
Yes, I'd get 2 land sharks.
Oh, I like your land shark. Like, you could... I would not be opposed to seeing you with another one. Like, your land shark's cute.
Yes, he does come in handy. Let's see, so question for both of y'all. Ooh, blimey. If you had to change outfits once, what would you wear? Casino stylish or futuristic? Well, I would most definitely go for futuristic.
I would go for practical and comfortable. Like, I don't care how the rest of freaking Pentagram City sees me. I don't care how the rest of Hell sees me. If I'm comfortable and I've got an excessive amount of pockets, I'm happy.
Fabulous. Oh, I have a question here from somebody who paid 50 NOK. I think that's Norwegian or something. It says, Vox, why did you look so dumb when Charlie sang on TV? Now, if you're referring to the TV demon that said talk, that wasn't me.
Like, I don't see that very many other TV demons around, so, like, I have to do a double take. It's just like, is that Vox?
Yes, first of all, he had a red face, and he had a rainbow suit.
Oh, like one of those lost video signals.
Yes,
Things I would get from the old days.
Test screen. But also, he was only about 5'6". I'm 8'5".
Yeah, you could crush him. You could crush him.
He's one of my employees. I can't remember his name though, because to be honest, I don't really care. Another question for me and you. What's your opinion on Valentino, Velvet, Allister, and the main family?
Oh, well, Valentino, I mean, his style's kind of tacky, in my own opinion. Like, not something I would wear, but I don't know him well enough.
Yes, he's still kind of stuck in the 60s, 70s era.
Yeah, I don't know him well enough to have, like, a well-structured opinion about him, but it's just like, if he was like, hey, why don't we just, like, sit down and, like, just talk, I'd just be like, okay, I'm not opposed to talking. Allister, like we've discussed here today, he's very old-fashioned and not willing to change.
And smelly.
He does it's smelly, yes. But he does tell good dad jokes. He just has to obey his own 5-foot rule.
Yes. Although I'm not really into the dad jokes, they kind of make me sick.
It's an either or. Either you love them or you hate them. So, you know. Velvet, again, like, I haven't spoken to her, like, really had a conversation with her, but I get, like, psycho vibes from her, so I tend to keep my distance.
Yes, she's one of those, you know, unpredictable souls.
And then, like, the royal family, the main family, you know, Lucifer, we chat every once in a blue moon, but, you know, like, overall, they're pleasant people. Charlie seems like a pleasant individual, and she must be protected at all costs. If anything happens to her, I am killing the person responsible. So.
Yes, she's very sunshines, rainbows, and unicorns. Unfortunately, not really my taste. Care Bears scare the shit out of me.
I mean, it's not really my taste either, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, that sort of optimism is a lost art down here. Like, no one is that optimistic, so it's just like, it's fun to watch.
I do like her determination and commitment.
Yep.
Oh, Luna Mitty 909 says, can I kiss you, Vox? Well, you can try. I can't promise that you won't get electrocuted. Oh, what is our opinion on the Honeycast.
Like the most recent one?
I'm not sure. I don't know if they mean it as a whole or one particular one. I'm just going to think they're saying as a whole. I find it very entertaining.
Same. I mean, like, the past few episodes up until, like, their most recent one have been kind of meh, like, after their charity event for Australia or whatever it was just, it started, like, it wasn't the same. Like, there weren't as much jokes. I think it's, like, due to the pandemic or whatever, and I understand, like, Earth's in the middle of a pandemic, but, you know, you're at home, you're safe, you can afford to crack a few jokes, but...
The thing is, the best remedy for any kind of tragedy is laughter. And not laughing at the tragedy, but laughing at the good things that you still have.
Yup. So, you know, the past few episodes up until this one have just... They haven't been as good, but this most recent one, like, it was 5 hours long, and I was just like, wow, this is extreme, even for Honeycast. And I liked it. Like, I think they're getting back into the rhythm of things, so...
Yes, I think that was their boost into coming back, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question someone's trying to ask me over and over. Vox, have you ever met Husker? Please answer me. Okay, so I have, and it was an interesting interaction, let's just say the least.
Yeah, I've met Husk before. We, like, hunkered down at one of the bars during one of the exterminations. I think it was the extermination of 2017? 2018? Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And, like, we just started cracking open bottles of booze and just complaining about the world, so...
Well, that's always a good, positive way to, you know, pass the time.
Yeah, and if anyone is curious, yes, I passed out first, so...
Yes, I imagine he can drink quite a lot.
Oh, he can drink quite a lot. Like, he was still going after I regained consciousness, and I was like, what day is it? He's like, we're like 6 hours into the extermination. I was just like, fuck.
It's a good way to spend the, you know, hiding hours, if you will.
Yup. If you've got to be stuck in one place for hours on end, you might as well be hungover.
Yes. Oh, someone asked a question saying, let's see, where's it gone? What's your favorite type of Pokemon? Oh, favorite type?
Ooh. I don't know that.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't know that much about Pokemon, but I know I do like the ghost types.
Ooh, the ghost types. I'm more partial to the electric type.
Oh, yep.
How do I say your name? Violet Eyes. Oh, there we go. It's the O with the cross through it. Violet Eyes asks, Vox, are you and Val a couple? We're not a couple, but we do interact in a romantic way on occasion.
Yeah, like, if Vox and Val were to become, like, an official couple, that would make headlines all over hell. Like, everybody would be talking about it.
Exactly, yes.
And, you know, overlords, unless it's good publicity, they don't, you know, they don't like that kind of publicity, so...
Too personal.
Yeah.
Oh, a question for both of us. What's your favorite demon species?
Ooh. You go first this time.
Favorite demon species? I don't know, what type of demon species am I? That's my favorite.
You're the electronic type, so.
Like the electronic Pokemon.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I could be a Magneton.
My favorite demon type would have to be the Hellhound demons. Like if you can imagine the werewolves from Van Helsing, they look like the werewolves from Van Helsing.
Oh yes, I've seen those scurrying around.
Yep. Except for Criminy, I don't know. Like, she looks like a Pomeranian, I don't know what happened there.
Yes, I'm not really sure what she is. She's kind of like a cross between a hellhound and a lizard. A bit of an enigma, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, so question, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Land sharks.
Land sharks. Is that like, the dogs of hell?
I guess so.
Like your land shark really acts like like an enormous mastiff or a Great Dane or something like that.
Yes, and I put a laser on his forehead. Like Dr. Evil.
Yep.
With freaking laser beams, Okay, let's see. We'll probably have time for maybe 2 more questions, and then I think we're going to go, because, well, we've been sitting in my limo for a long time, and it is very hot here.
Yep, and I still gotta go eat something, because my stomach's making the rumblies.
So there's a great fast food restaurant just round the corner. After this, I can drop you off.
Oh, that'd be wonderful, thanks.
No sweat. Okay, so, question for me. Have you met the IMP team? Once, I only interacted with Blitz, and that was at a party. At Lucifer's house.
Yeah, I haven't met anyone from IMP. I've seen Luna. I heard she works there, but I haven't interacted with her.
Yes, the only other person I know that works there is a very short, annoying fellow called Moxie. He always complains about stuff.
Yeah, you can hear him complaining from the freaking IMP building. Like, what are you talking about?
Yes.
Everybody knows how much it is.
I have ears and eyes all over the city, so I can hear him wherever he is, unfortunately.
Yep.
Oh, one more here. This will be the last one from QWERTY. Oh, I remember a game called QWERTY. It was really, really awful. It was like a relay game where you had to use the QWERT to move the legs, and it was just so awkward. There was actually a 2-player mode, but it was so ridiculous that when you got to the middle, you had to jump over the top of each other.
What?
Yes, it was a browser game, and it's kind of ridiculous, but really funny. Anyway, the question is this. Question for both of you. What's one thing you like about hell?
Ooh. One thing I like about hell. I can do whatever the hell I want, and no one's gonna tell me otherwise.
There is that bonus, yes. I have a very similar sort of feeling of that. One where you can see the amount of power I amass. Plus, I own the biggest TV network in all of hell. And of course, party all the time.
Yep. Like, listen, if you want to do something down here, and it doesn't matter what you want to do, you can do it. Like, if you have the ambition and the drive and the resources, you can achieve just about anything. Vox and several others have become overlords. There are kingpins. Like, whatever you want to do down here, you can freaking do it. And there's no time limit. You have to achieve it by either like you do on Earth.
Exactly, yes. A lot more freedom. But again,
like, this is...
with that freedom does come a cost. You have to endure several, well, millennia or however long you're down here, of the risk of being A, exterminated, B, destroyed by every other demon in hell, and C, eventually being destroyed by Lucifer.
Yeah, that's the only drawback.
Other than that, you kick back and do anything.
Yep. I'm just gonna rant just for a second here. Like, when you're alive, you're expected to, like, go to college by a certain age, get married by a certain age, have kids by a certain age. Down here, none of that matters, because you've got eternity. There's no time limit anymore, so...
Exactly. And plus, time moves a very different way down here. We have more than 24 hours. We have 26.
Yep. Which, I mean, that extra 2 hours comes in handy every now and again.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, you could never be late.
Right.
Well, anyway, I think that's all the time we have for today. But it was very, very kind of you to ask those questions of me at the very beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I hope I was entertaining enough and gave the right answers.
I hope I wasn't too annoying.
Oh no, you were fine. In fact, I very much enjoyed your company. I'd like to have you come back here one time. Maybe I'll take you to my studio next time.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. And don't forget... Well, actually, I've forgotten what I was going to say. Let's start again. So, thank you for joining us. And remember... And that's what I'm going to say. It's going to be mysterious, you see. Because now they're going to try and figure out what they need to remember.
Yeah, don't forget, you guys.
This is important. I'm teasing. Okay, so don't forget to hit the bell, subscribe to both our channels, show us all the support you can, and we will continue to entertain you for as long as we can, which will be for probably another millennia. So, good luck and, stay in tune for that.
Yep. If you enjoyed my presence here on Vox's channel, my name is Blueraven666. You can find me at that very name. I go by Raven. Feel free to stop by and say hello.
Yes, and I'm also going to put, because I forgot to do it, sorry, I'm going to put your link in the description below, so that when people watch this back, they can go to your channel directly.
Oh, well, thank you.
Of course.
Make it a little bit easier for them.
Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.